Hello everybody, welcome to this video training where I'm going to show you exactly how to generate an extra 3 to 5 sales calls a week. So this is what we start. The first thing that you need to do before we get started with any of this is you need to optimize your profile. You need to create content. How many pieces of content? Probably between 3 to 5. It's the minimum, but the higher your ambition, the stronger your ambition, the more content you should post. I would recommend at least 3 pieces of content. But again, content is not even necessary, but makes your conversion easier and also makes your effort to generate leads lower because you have inbound leads, right? Then you need LinkedIn Premium and you need to build your CRM. So let's go step by step. I'm going to show you how to do all of this for items on the menu. First thing that you need to do is to build your profile. If you scroll down on this page, you'll see a link to Canva template to create exactly what I've created here. So it's just a Canva template, just edit it and you make it your own. And then you need to optimize your bio. You can see what I did with mine, and your about section, your service page. Again, you can take inspiration from mine, your service page, your company page. What I want to say here that this step is very, very important, especially if let's say you're a coach, you're a holistic coach, or you're a life coach or a career coach. And what you want to make sure is that you identify who are the people that you want to work with. What is the result that they want to achieve? What is the problem that they have? Because what I see on LinkedIn, and that makes lead generation very, very tough, is when you say, I'm a coach that helps with burnout, right? That it's kind of hard to do lead generation in that particular case because you cannot really go to people and say, hey, are you experiencing burnout, right? But what you can see is that what you can do in this particular instance is identify who are the people that experience burnout trying to achieve, right? They want to fast forward their career. Perfect. So you want to ask them, and I'm going to show you 5 examples afterwards, because this is the point where everybody gets confused. Everybody is like, hey, Steph, it's easy for you because you do lead gen on LinkedIn. So it's easy to find people that want to grow on LinkedIn, right? But I would say it's the same for almost every niche. It's just a unique clarity, right? So you can simply identify people that experience burnout, usually are high achievers. They want to fast forward their career. They either have their own business or their employees. So, for example, if their employees say, "Hey, how's work going? How's work with company X going for you?" Or if they're entrepreneurs, you can simply ask them, "Hey, how's your business going? Is it growing? How is it going?" So that's how you start a conversation. But I'm going to show you how to do it step by step. So again, content, optimizing your profile and your bio and your background image here. Okay. And then you create content. You can take inspiration from mine. For the sake of this training, I'm not going to go in depth in this. But yeah, this is what you need. Then you need LinkedIn Premium and you need to build your CRM. When it comes to LinkedIn Premium, CRM, you have 2 options. And when it comes to LinkedIn Premium, if you use my free Notion template, I have a Notion template that you can find. If you scroll down on this page, on this Notion page, you can find a free CRM that you need to set up. It's a little manual, but works perfectly. The only thing it requires Sales Navigator because you want to be notified when people post, right? Whereas if you have a CRM, the CRM does this for you, even if it's not perfect. You can probably work both without Sales Navigator. It's just a lot more manual work. But this option here doesn't require a Sales Navigator profile. So if you scroll down, there is a link to get your free CRM template, but also there's a video on how to install it and how to automate it partially. Right? So Breakcode is a software that I use, makes my work so much easier, so much faster. I'm going to show you exactly how I set it up. So the first thing that you need to do is find a creator who targets the same ICP or is a peer of your ICP. You don't really, if you can find creators with a big audience and their audience fits your ICP, especially the commenters, what you want to target the commenters, then that's great because people that comment on other people's posts, they're probably more willing they're looking to grow their network on LinkedIn. They'll be probably more willing, more willing to accept your connection request and start a conversation with you, right? So this is who you want to target. But if you cannot find commenters, you can target likers. If you cannot find content creators with a big audience that fit your ICP, what you can do, you can target people that are ICP for you. And then you want to see who are the people, usually, because like let's say CEOs or founders, they are followed by people that are peers, right? By their peers. So sometimes, even if they don't have a big audience, you can still use this ICP to find people that fit your ICP, and you can target them. And I show you a very quick example. So one very interesting thing that it's a really, really good way to quickly find leads on LinkedIn is to, let's say you are targeting my own ICP, right? For the sake of the example, I'm just going to use myself as an example. So you can see here in other similar profiles, usually this recommendations by LinkedIn are really, really good. So if you find somebody that fits your ICP, you can easily find other people that fit your ICP. And typically, if the LinkedIn is really good at this, if your ICP, the person that you're targeting, is posting, the recommendation are also active on LinkedIn, which is great. It makes your work so much faster. So the next step is to scroll to, again, you want to prioritize people that post frequently, they have higher engagement, the better, who will be a potential lead for you, right? Scroll through commenters to find ICP, look through commenters first, look through likers second. Again, commenters, it's better because you have proof that they're active, that they're probably trying to grow their network on LinkedIn, because people that try to grow their network on LinkedIn typically comment a lot or more than people that don't. So save on LinkedIn your lead on Sales Navigator and / or on your CRM. I don't use Sales Navigator for this purpose anymore, but if you're using a free CRM, I recommend you have a look at it. I think LinkedIn is giving you a 30-day free trial, so have a shot at it. The thing with saving leads on Sales Navigator, you cannot really trust it that much because you're supposed to get notifications every time a lead of yours is posting, but those notifications are not very precise, so you have to go manual either way. So Sales Navigator is not necessary, but LinkedIn Premium is necessary. What you want to do now, you want to comment, you want to build a rapport, right? So it said that before buying from you, a lead is supposed to see at least, I think, 5 pieces. There have to be 5 interactions between you and him. And sometimes that happens through content. But if you comment 3 times, this is already 3 times. Maybe the lead is going to show up on your post as 4th time. They're going to see your profile as 5th time. So once you commented 3 times and you send a connection request, there is already that relationship. They know who you are, right? They're more likely to know who you are and to accept your connection request. You can easily get an 80% plus acceptance rate with this strategy. So send a connection request or repeat this step if LinkedIn is a lead design profile. Just ignore this for the time being. There is probably 1% of you that is going to watch this video that need to comment more than 3 times. If you have a very, very small niche, let's say 1,000 people, you want to make sure you invest time on your leads. And also if you have products with a very, very high value, high price, you want to extend this commenting thing for process for more than 3 times, but 99% of you need to comment only 3 times. And you need to ask a question. I typically ask a question that when you send a connection request, because you want to start a conversation, a question that is not business related. Sometimes it's conversational, but business related, but I try not to go into, hey, let's do business together side of things right away. I'll ease into that conversation. So you ask a question about your topic. This is what I call pivot. And I'm going to show you how to build this in your CRM. I've done the process. It's a science now. Like I've built a process that it's a science. I've worked on this for over a year. So what you need to do is following these steps, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So, and I give you some examples because again, many people that see my trainings or see videos like this are like, hey, Steph, but it's easy for you because you're working on LinkedIn, you do lead gen, everybody needs your services, right? And it's easy for you to ask questions. Like they're on LinkedIn, they're probably trying to grow, and you ask them, hey, how are things on LinkedIn with lead gen? But what I want to say is that the problem here, as I mentioned before, it's about being very specific who are the people that you want to work with. For example, as I mentioned before, this is one of the, let's say, hardest, not hardest, but one of the niche where people get more confused when they solve problems that are like personal problems, like burnouts, right? When people have with burnouts, it's like, how can I ask people, hey, do you have burnouts, right? That's not what you want to do. But what you want to do, identify who those people are. Some people that experience burnouts typically are high achievers, so they tend to work a lot. So what are they trying to achieve? They fast forward their career, they're trying to grow their business. So once you have identified the goals that they have, you can ask questions. Like, it's very easy. Like for example, if you're a language coach, do you use English at work, right? Career coach, how's work going? How's work with, maybe they're working for Apple, how's work with Apple going, right? You want to be very natural, not salesy. You want them to kind of like give you touch points on which to build the conversation. Lead gen expert, has client acquisition going? Doesn't have to be related to LinkedIn at all. It can be, just client acquisition. Maybe they mostly work with cold outreach, or you work with cold outreach and you want to help people growing their business through cold outbound, cold outreach. Holistic coach, how are things going with your business if you're targeting entrepreneurs? Cloud service solution, where do you store your data? Right? So, and then what you want to do, you want to probe, see if you can help. Is this a priority for you? So whenever they answer your question. If they don't, I'll show you what you can do. If they don't answer your question, you set up a follow-up, say, hey, Steph, look, I see where you want to go with this. This is not a good time for me. Absolutely. Yeah, man. It's there. You can ask, hey, is there something going on? Like, is that something happening that might be, like, is there something you're working on? Is there a specific problem that you're working on that might not make it a priority for you right now? You want to understand when to set up a follow-up, right? Because you want to still, you don't want to let go of that lead because you invested time. You just want to give him another one or two shots to see if there is a potential fit. Is this a priority for you? What do you think you will need? Why don't you think you can achieve this yourself? What do you think you are currently missing? And if you say, hey, Steph, I don't know where to start. This is a priority, but I tried many things, but nothing works. Okay, you invite them on a call. If at the go, if otherwise, if it's not a priority, you set a reminder for 1 month, unless they give you different information, like, hey, I have some things that are working on for the next 3 months. So let's have a chat again in 3 months, and then you set up a reminder for 3 months in the future. You schedule a second call if you want. Unless typically most people need a couple of calls to see if you're a good fit with your lead. It really depends. I try to do everything in one call to sell on the first call, but I also try to be flexible with this. Make an offer, client, or set a reminder to check in again in a month, again, unless you have different information. Another couple of things before I show you how to set up your CRM, it's to ask a connection. If the connection request is not accepted after 3 weeks, what you want to do is you insert in connection request sequence. And you can easily see on LinkedIn where the connection requests are not accepted by your leads. Again, all of these steps, the prospect does not become a client, you set up a follow-up. Okay, I'll show you how I set up my CRM, how you can do the same. It's the same if you use my CRM on Notion for free. There's a video that explains how to do it, but I'm going to show you for the sake of this example how to use Breakcall. What you want to do first, you want to, for example, I'm targeting myself, right? In this specific case, what I did, I selected a CRM. I have different CRM, different funnels. This is, for example, LinkedIn funnel training, so just for the sake of showing you this. Tags is somebody that follow me, is cold outreach, somebody commented on my post. I want to know where that is coming from. All lead status, content engagement. What stage am I of the funnel am I at? I'm engaging with their content, right? I haven't sent a DM yet. And then I want to say, where am I? What step of the funnel am I in right now? I've made the first comment. Perfect. Update, and you're going to get the lead in your CRM. And you can update in every step. Let's say you're making a second comment now, you comment on their post, and you want to move the lead ahead. You can just say comment number 2 and update, and it's going to update in your CRM, as you can see here. Okay, so this is what you want to do. You can move it freely here. If you can do it manually, you can do it directly on LinkedIn. This is what I use. And look, this is like perfect science. Like, you are basically moving the lead through this funnel. It's very, very simple. And you know exactly now where the bottleneck is, if there is any bottleneck. Like, people don't accept your connection request. Perfect. What am I doing wrong? Is that something that I can do better? Should I work on my connection request? Should I do maybe one more comment? And then DMing. Am I sending DMs? Perfect. I pivoted. People don't get back to me now. Okay, sure. What is there anything different that should I do? Right? I probe. People don't get back to me after my probe. Okay, maybe I am being too salesy. I'm not. The framework is acknowledge what they say when you reply to a DM. So always acknowledge, give context, and ask a question too after you receive your first answer. Then you invite it on a call, right? You invite on a call and you schedule a meeting, and then you move it to you change the state, so it either becomes clients or you set a follow-up, right? If people don't accept your connection request, what you want to do, you want to put them this is somebody that I use for the sake of this example. Sorry, Zach, it's not an actual lead. It's somebody that I wanted to show you for the sake of this example. So what you want to do, you want to put them here. You want to set a reminder within this and say, in 3 weeks, you get a notification from Break Call that says, hey, Steph, send another connection request to Zach. Maybe you make another comment first. What I do, I make another comment and then I send a connection request. So I reactivate the lead, right? They know who I am already. This should work. If it doesn't work after a couple of times, you let them go. Okay, so this is all for this training. I hope this helped you, and I'm very, very excited about sharing this with you, because this is really, there is no way for this not to be working for you. If you need support at the end of this, Lenny, please scroll down. There is my link to schedule a call with me. So you can schedule a call with me, because there are bottlenecks here. Like, you have everything that you need here, but if you feel you want to go faster, if you feel that, hey, Steph, I don't want to spend months or weeks, because of course there is a learning curve here, right? There's probably months. It's like, hey, I want to go faster with you. I want to do it very quickly. I want to get to have 3 to 5 next call by next month. We can do this together. So just schedule a call with me. Otherwise, work on this, and I hope you'll find your success as soon as possible. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye-bye.